Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the DJ Sessions Presents the Virtual Sessions. I'm your host, Darren, and right now I'm sitting in the virtual studios in Seattle, Washington, and on the other end, on the other side of the screen right over there, coming in from, hey, Danny, where are you coming in from today?
Italy, Milan.
Italy, from Milan, Italy. We have Danny Darko. Danny, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, I was we were having a little talk pre-show and had to get everything technologically set up, but now we're here and running a little late, but our viewers are coming in, and I'm sure we'll get some questions coming in from them here soon. But we want to get to know you, Danny, and we like jumping right into the interview. And your latest release, one of your latest releases, is it Cumbia Buena? Is that correct?
Yeah, that is my latest release, but with my alternative alias, Dark Society, because I record using produce using two artist names. My main one is and the most successful is Danny Darko. The project is like a more club project. I like different sound. This one is like more on the tech house or something more on the pure house side, a bit less melodic. While my main artist name is more focused on basically everything melodic, because can be like dance music, like EDM, old EDM, like progressive house. And because I experimented with a lot of genre during my career. If we talk about now, with my Danny Darko moniker, I'm working a lot on melodic techno and progressive house sounds on one side. The other side, I'm working with new disco stuff, like more, with the synthwave, synthwave style sounds. But so basically, right now, with my main artist name, with as Danny Darko, I'm working on these two sounds. One more commercial, and the other more oriented to club. And also, as you noticed, I also working as Dark Society with even more clubby sound. So I don't like to be stuck within one genre. So I try to do. I like to do. I mean, what inspired me in that very moment? I mean, I always like follow the trend of the moment. I remember I had the period even when I produced that dubstep, like was 10 years ago. I don't know. It's a lot of time, maybe 8 years ago. So to say I change genre. So okay. Well, progressive house is a genre I've always been very loyal to, because since the very beginning I produced composed a lot of progressive house tracks, and during these years, even if I sometimes I change the focus maybe on that popular genre of the moment, but I've always make sure to produce like at least 2 or 3 progressive house songs per year. So if there is a genre I'm very faithful to, is progressive house. The rest I experimented almost anything. So that's it. Just to introduce a bit my work.
And then your release that you did before that one, your latest one, was Running Up That Hill. Can you tell our DJ Sessions fans about the inspiration that made that song possible?
You mean about running up the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, basically, um, I was a lot like everyone else. I think in that period, I was like hit by this song because it was in the Netflix soundtrack of the Stranger Things TV series, and like everyone else, I think I was when I listened to it, I didn't know the song. I'm being honest. It's a bit weird because I know lots. I have vast knowledge of like 18 years vast. I have a good knowledge of 80s, 70s song, 60s, but I don't know why I missed that song. I didn't know the song, even if I know
Neither did I.
it's been a very popular one. So when I listened it into the show, thanks also to the moment where the song was placed into, so I was inspired to okay, we can make something with this. It's a very nice also is with this new wave of synth wave sounds where we take back the 80s sounds. I know these songs, the songs running up to that is sounded very trendy right now because it uses the same sounds we are using now. So I thought, why not making something more modern, because the old song is it's still beautiful and very nice, but uh, it uses like 80s drum loops, very 80s. So I thought making some to make something more newer. I mean, and so I thought to produce this cover because it's a cover, and so I made it with a session singer, and like I think I produced it like in was very quick to produce, like 1 week or two, because I had to work very fast um, and a lot because more and more people were releasing cover of this song, and it was already a bit too uh, crowded of a cover of this song
Hmm.
on like on Spotify or Beatport. But anyway, I managed to chart on Beatport in the new disco chart. It stayed there for 1 month in the chart, taking number 50. So I have to say I'm happy about it. I thought I could have achieved more, but probably I, I should have released it a bit earlier. So because, as I told you, when it was out in the Beatport chart alone, there were already three cover version in Up the Hill. So very lot of competition, and okay.
Well,
It's
are you a Stranger Things fan?
of course, definitely. I watched all the seasons from the very beginning when it came out. I liked, especially in this season, I like a lot how they use the music, and that's the reason why now we see the songs like "Running Up the Hill" back again in the Billboard UK sales chart, because how they use it in the soundtrack, it was not just put there, the song, but it was used in a creative mode, and it's part of the plot, because it's a great part of the plot, the song itself. So well, these are were once again innovative. So I definitely like a lot the TV series from many point of view. So yes, I'm a fan, and I have to say I was a bit maybe. I expected a bit more in this latest season, but because I think they tried to be different. They took a lot from the horror movies, but without being horror. Um, and so this it's like halfway. You see that they tried to, but not like horror. Of course, if you make horror Stranger Things, maybe many people go like wouldn't watch the TV show. But for me, that's like that I'm big horror movies fan. It was like, okay, you tried it, but okay, it's okay, but it could be better. Okay, from this point of view, just from this point of view. The rest
I,
is it's nothing to say. I mean, great work.
I
Very
wonder if
basic.
they did. I wonder if they did that because they know that season 5 is going to be even better. And I
Yeah.
think they're finishing after season 5, aren't they?
Hmm.
So I don't think
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
going to be any more Stranger Things after season 5.
No, no, no. For what I heard, that there will be no more Stranger Things
Yeah,
after latest season. Yeah, they're
I
gonna
could.
probably make, yeah, some spin-offs, TV series, but not at the end here, because probably they are telling all what they wanted to say with the story is almost over. I mean,
I could
so
I
that,
could ask you we could talk about Stranger Things all day long and never talk about your music career because I am a huge Stranger Things fan. So one of my favorite series that I've seen in a long time. But let's get back to the music. Let's get back to
yeah,
Danny Darko, and you
yeah.
know, can you tell us? And for those that don't know, what is the story behind your artist's name? Where did your Danny Darko come from? Is that your actual name, or is that a
No,
reference to a certain movie that I know of?
of course, of course. Because if it's not clear enough, I'm big fan of cinema.
Hmm.
Uh, Actually, as a career, I'm a filmmaker.
Hmm.
So I started this after I started making music. Like, this is something more recent. Like, only 5 years I started doing filmmaking, like producing short films and something. So uh, to say that since I'm a big fan of movies and cinema, okay, it was like natural that my artist name came from, yeah, one of the weirdest movie in the latest 20 years. I mean, weirdest original movies. So yeah, it comes from Donnie Darko. So it's a it's a it's a mix between the title of the character of Donnie Darko, the name of the character, and my real name that is Daniel. So Danny, Danny Darko. So that is how my name, artist name, was born, like 12 years ago, maybe more, because the
And
project started. Yeah,
what were you into music production and DJing before you got into film production, or were you into
yeah,
film
of course.
production before?
No, 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 no. Okay, yeah, I'm producing. I'm in the music business since okay, let me late late 90s. Yeah, late 90s. So it's a lot of time, like more than 20 years that
Hmm.
I'm being in the business as a producer. Because yeah, I'm mostly a producer. Like my my first um, my first job is producer. Okay, I don't to pretend what I'm not. I mean I can DJ, but if you ask me what are you, I tell you I'm a producer. I'm a music producer, composer, music producer. And yes, I can DJ, but I was not born as a DJ. I'm born as a music producer. I'm born with the sequencer, the synths, the software, the Logic, well, not Logic. Logic Pro I started using later, but at the beginning, when I started, I was using the old tracker-alike software in the old personal computer, something very, very nerdy. And so, well, uh, it started a lot of years ago, many years ago. I produced before like 2008. I released my music with other artist names. The most notable of these names was Star Chaser. I was in a group with other people, and in like 20 at the beginning of like was 2001. No, yeah, 2001. We made a big hit, that went into the UK singles official UK singles chart in the top 20, and basically that is still my most successful as producer, my most successful single today, because it sold lots of records, vinyls, because at that times there were still CDs and vinyls, and we sold thousands and thousands of vinyls and CDs, because it was like worldwide hit. So, but okay, so that's to say that my roots as producer went far back. And well, basically after I split with the previous band guys, I started after a few years I started the Darko project as a solo artist, and from there I produced my music since as Darko since 2008.
What do you consider the biggest break or opportunity that launched your DJ career?
Okay. Are we talking about the Darko project or the previous project? Because I mean, there was a point before I started my new project that, well, as I told you, I was with that disguise, with this project, I was basically on the top of the world. I mean, and we got a lot of chances, but we weren't able to, to do such kind of hit again. And so the big chances breakthrough as a very, very, very big artist, like top top DJs. We missed that chance, unfortunately. But well, I started the project Danny Darko later, and well, I have to say that as soon as I started like 1 or 2 years later, I got this product, this song called "Save the Whales" that was supported by DJ Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, and I think with my Darko name, that is my core name. Well, that launched my name, started to get my name known in the business. Okay, I think that was the song was "Save the Whales," and that was the moment that I started to get known myself as a solo artist and as Danny Darko, because before that I was known to be as a part of a group. So, well, when you are a part of a group, you are not, okay, people know you, but people know the band, but not so many people knows the people behind the band, I think, because okay, the brand is what is more recognized. But yeah, when I started the new project, the moment was the support of like trance DJ, progressive house, and DJs of that song, and
So,
that launched my career.
what defines success for you? You mentioned the hit that you had about 20 years ago. Would you consider
Yeah,
that success, or have you had other successes or better successes or more accomplished successes than that? And what defines
yeah,
success for you? Or have you been successful yet?
yeah. Okay. Well, to this is like a personal question. I mean, this is what I mean with successful. What I'm going to say. Okay, to me, the real success is when everyone, at least in the business, in your sector, like the dance music genre, EDM and dance music genre, knows your song. So for me, the real hit is something. The real success is when you make something, something everyone knows. So something you hear on the radio, something that goes in the official sales charts along with like pop artists, like so when your song gets mainstream, that for me is the real success. But there are other form of like success. Okay, we can call it minor, less, but they are also worthy. I mean, um, so if you ask me about success, that one many years ago was what I mean real success. Okay, but what I achieved later, it's still a good success. Okay, it's not the biggest one, but it's good. So if you ask me if I want more, I say of course I would like to have more, because once you have tried this, the kind of fame I had in those years, you want it again. No, no. So okay, probably if I didn't make that kind of success, uh, mm, I I could be I could say okay, what the kind of things I achieved later, it's success for me, because anyway they are my biggest hits as Danny Darko, like top of the charts um, uh, of our music. I mean, of this kind of the dance and the EDM, electronic music. So it got millions of plays on Spotify, supports from top DJs. So in the club scene and like in the electronic music scene with the Dan Darko, I had great, good success. Okay, good success, and but that single that was Love Is Such a Free was able to go beyond the electronic music scene and become like pop mainstream hit. And I mean, it's very satisfying from a producer point of view. that
And
yeah.
how important is social media to you? Starting in the 90s, we didn't have, I mean, we had the internet, but we didn't have the internet like what we had now. When did you start making a social media presence? Was that with MySpace? Did you start
Yeah,
later on with
yeah.
Facebook?
I started
When
now.
did
I
you?
started with MySpace. Exactly. The very first, probably MySpace was the very first social where a musician could create a page and show their music. So yes, yeah, I started on social media. I started with MySpace. I had my profile on MySpace, and I started promoting my music there. Of course, so as soon as the new social media came out, I started to create profiles on the other social media too, and um, so I was always um, like in pair with all social medias because I'm on all social medias. I mean, I'm present on some. I'm more present on some social media than others because right now more focusing. Focusing more on. I'm focusing mainly on Instagram and Facebook as social media, but I'm on all other social media. Um,
Have 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 you looked into playing? Have you looked into using TikTok yet?
okay, yeah, I have TikTok. I have a TikTok profile. Uh, I have to say I'm not using it a lot um, because I don't have a big fan base there. So, but I'm trying to understand how to expand my fan base there. Uh, the problem is I think that on TikTok to to emerge on TikTok, you need to go beyond the kind of content you post on Facebook and Instagram because TikTok is kind of different social media and more focused on videos. So if you just put on TikTok like videos of your song with a cover, that doesn't work a lot, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now, and that's exactly why I'm not very present because I see that if you just put videos like with a like cover with the music, that kind of content that doesn't work a lot. So I'm trying to understand how I can exploit TikTok and post content there that is TikTok friendly and can get me um, more uh, like because yeah, if you just post a cover with a song, you will never get that viral. You don't get lots of traffic, and so I think TikTok is something to watch as a social media uh, for um, for uh, for musicians because well, more and more people are discovering music from TikTok. Um, Basically, um, sometimes I watch the TikTok charts for songs to see what's popular and see if something new is emerging, some ideas, um, something to remake, and well, if I have to say, one of the reason why I decided to cover also the Run Up the Hills song was because not only for the movie, because the TV series, because I watched it in the TV, I listened to it in the TV series, but also because I noticed it was trending on the TikTok. So I thought to myself, okay, this is getting big. This old song is getting big. So it could be an opportunity. So I think, well, it's a TikTok it's a social media to watch for the future. Uh, probably much, probably give you more inspiration than the other social, Facebook or Instagram, which are which I'm not, I'm not, I don't like a lot of the studies that I'm doing right now. They are, I notice especially Instagram, they are probably switching the social towards another model, and it is like penalizing our profiles as artists, because I saw uh, uh, I saw my profile Instagram, my profile engagement. I saw it dropping during this last year. It is not because my music actually this year with the Squid Game track, my music got a big boost, because with the Squid Game song, it was a progressive house remake of the Squid Game TV series. This is the sound, one of the track on the TV series, and well, that song got support from many top DJs like Oliver Eldens, Nora and Pure, and some others I don't remember because they were a lot. So my music this year, well, got a boost. Basically, I got a boost of popularity. But I should have noticed that on Instagram, my engagement should grow, but instead I see my engagement going down, and that is because of their strategy, because they are now pushing more and more videos and do and make the platform more like TikTok, but they're not doing good with this, because I think they're losing. I don't know. I mean, I lost my enthusiasm towards Instagram, because I don't know where they are going, and that's why I'm starting to watch TikTok and see how I can exploit TikTok and how I can increase my fan base there.
And out of curiosity, I'm going to take a question from one of our audience members from
Yeah.
Innerib asks, what's the longest time you've consecutively spent working in the studio on a track?
Okay, good question. Because I'm like a free spirit to say. I don't like to say.
Uh-oh, we might be experiencing some technical glitching. And there we go. In the middle of a live interview. I think we're going to get him coming right back in right now.
Very hard.
And
I mean, when I'm in the studio, I don't want to be disturbed. If someone from outside like just knock on my door, and I get very upset very easily. I'm very focused. Uh, so I don't stay a lot in the studio for this reason. I get tired because I'm very focused. I get tired very easily. So to answer the question, I think unless I'm in a studio with someone else, so I'm forced to stay in the studio. So in that case, I spend maybe even 6-7 hours in the studio with some other person, but because I'm forced to stay there, especially when I record with singers or I collaborate with someone else. Unless I'm with someone else, when I'm alone, I don't spend more than 3 hours in the studio, in the recording studio. So okay, that's my question. It depends.
got it.
Okay.
I got another question for you here.
Yeah.
From Ring You Super. It is, would you ever stop making music in form of another art form?
If I ever, no, I don't think so. Because you see, we were talking previously about my film making career. Okay, the very big one of the the very funny part of like producing short films is creating the soundtracks. So you see, once again, my music skills get applied. So I don't think I will never stop making music. I mean, it's part of my soul. I mean, I express myself creating music. I can also express myself creating other forms of arts because I'm very, very passionate of filmmaking. But you see, I try to find a way to, in any case, do both. Even if, let's say, tomorrow I will probably be a movie, I don't know. But I will for sure create an original track for it. So and work on the soundtrack because it's part of me and I will never stop. I'm I'm I think I can do both. I mean, because that is also why I don't like to lose when I'm in the studio to record studio. I'm working. I don't like to lose time. I'm very focused and work a lot when there, so I can have also some spare time to pursue other things. Specifically in case like something in the filmmaking, the music, the movies. So okay, that's my
What 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 can we expect from in the near future with some of your upcoming releases? Can you give us some insight? Do you have a direction or plan set forth? Like, do you have a 3 month, 6 month, 1 year goal and saying, I want to produce these kind of tracks over the next few months? Or is it just random and you're always working on new stuff and something finishes and it's time to release it?
okay. It's more like latest you said. So I always work with music. So okay, when I finish something, okay, uh, release it, and then okay, now what we do next? And I try to find new ideas. And but in any case, um, well, I also have plans because uh, uh, I never released less than 6, 7 single song per year. Never less. Less. So I mean, I know that every year I will produce at least 6, 7, 8 songs, but usually it's much more. But so if in one specific year I produce just one song, this means that there is something wrong. I mean, maybe something happened to me. I don't know. I cannot produce anymore because I don't know something happened. But okay, I have a plan in the sense that the plan is to create music at least a specified number of songs every year. Can be, I mean, 1 month maybe I release 2 singles, the other month, next month nothing. And I'm not very like rigid, so okay, one per month. Even if I try to do it at least one per month. But so I'm very targeted. So okay, I know that there's no such thing as okay, now I stop producing music for a few months, 5, 6 months, and then in 6 months I start to create again. No, like I don't work like that. I mean, I always try to do something, even if I go away and do gigs, live shows. Okay, but I want to be in studio because, well, as I told you, I'm a musician, I'm a producer, so I would miss it. I would simply miss it it, so I cannot stay with a lot without going to the studio. So that's it.
Awesome. Well, Danny, is there anything else you want to let our DJ Sessions fans know before we let you get back to work over there in Milan?
Uh, uh, well, what can I say? Um, uh, I could talk. Don't know. To talk about the fact that okay, something that I think sometimes okay, since I create uh, uh, many different genres of music because I'm like this. I try to experience sounds. I don't like to stick on one genre only. So I'm a tech. I do techno and do techno all the life. Life no, because I get bored. So, but this um, constant genre music genre switching. I always thought, uh, uh, what my fans think about it, because the moment I release like progressive tracks, very melodic and like heavenly, and then the next moment you hear like a house disco track, and you see what is what is he doing? Like two opposite things. So sometimes I think I don't know what are my fans think about it. It would be good to know what they think about my this side of me that switch from one genre to another. Um, the fact that I mean, as I told you, there was a time like in what in 2013 that I even produced dubstep music, and now well I completely left it because out of passion. So I was very curious to know what my fan think about it. My constant switching of sound, especially the one I mean, my fan base on Spotify that is the biggest one because um, so you see you go on my Spotify profile, you see uh, on the same on the same artist name like different sounds. Maybe if you go to Beatport, it's a bit maybe sometimes more categorized because I usually release my um, progressive house melodic techno sounds on the Oryx Techno label that is mine. I mean, I'm manager of the label because okay, actually I didn't have the chance to say it yet, but I have my own label. I work with some guys who work with me, but I'm the boss of the label. That it's Oryx Music, and well, we have a label dedicated to the more mainstream, I like sounds like more house sounds. That is Oryx Music, and we also have another label that is called Oryx Techno. That's more focused on techno, melodic techno and progressive house tracks. So when you go on Beatport, and you check my sounds, you see Oryx Techno label, you know already that what sound you're gonna listen to. So fans on Beatport already know, but on Spotify, well, there is no distinction between the releases because on my pages you only see the title of the release, and that's it. You don't see the label on what label it was released. Maybe sometimes they are confused, so that's it. Something that I was I would like to be curious to know one day if my fans are confused by this or instead, oh wow, many kind of music, very talented guy.
Yeah. And where can people find out more information about you? Where's the best place to go to? Would that be your website?
Okay, about my music, I think to be more updated. Okay, yeah, the website is the first. I think the website is the first www.darko.net. But also Beatport and Spotify are very great places to find my music, because sometimes, most of the times, um, happens that I post my music on the website later than the official release date. So to be very updated on my music, it's great to, I mean, be a follower on Spotify and a follower on Discord.
Awesome. Well, Danny, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on the DJ sessions. It was a pleasure having you here today. We'll follow up with you in the future here. I know you're going to have more tracks, more releases, more
Of course,
films coming out soon.
of course. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you then. Okay.
You're welcome.
Bye.
On that note, don't forget to go to our website, thedjsessions.com. Find us on Twitter, find us on Instagram, find us on TikTok, find us on Meta, but go to thedjsessions.com and look for us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Google Play, and soon to be Apple TV. That's Danny Darko. I did it. I said Danny Darko coming to you from Milan, Italy, and I'm Darren coming to you from the virtual studios in Seattle, Washington for the DJ sessions, virtual sessions, and remember, on the DJ sessions, the music never stops.